distance. All right, let's take a look. Let's finish this up a little bit. I said that we could count up, right, and then to the right. So it would still be what? Positive 5 over 4. It doesn't matter how you do it. Look at this. Both ways it was a positive 5 over 4, wasn't it? Look at this line right here. One book always did, excuse my drawing, I'm a terrible artist. I'll be the first to admit it. That's a car, all right? Looks like my old minivan, to tell you the truth. Anyway, let's take a look. I love that minivan. Didn't you like that minivan? Yeah. So watch. Somebody asked me last night, we were with some friends, and the wife, she said, minivan or SUV? I said, definitely minivan. I said, I love the minivan. She's like, oh, you got to be kidding me. And the one guy said I was gay because I like the minivan. Because I like the minivan over the SUV. He says, real men like SUVs. I'm like, no, I'm telling you, man, a minivan is awesome because you can put the seats down. You got all that room in there. If you got kids, like my 3 kids, when they were little and I'd take them all to school and stuff, I'd put them in each of them would have their own row. I'd put one in the very back, one in the middle, and one up front with me. So it would limit their fighting. I mean, a minivan was awesome. I love the minivan. So anyway.
A minivan, like
all right, come on, we got to go. So watch. Here's a minivan. Are you going up the hill or down the hill? From left to right, okay? You're going up the hill. So what kind of slope is this then? It's a positive slope. That's right. So you can just look at your graph, and you can tell if you're going to have a negative slope or a positive slope. Let me put a negative slope on there just so you can see the difference. All right, so let's keep that graph there. Keep that graph there. Watch this. Let's stick a negative slope in there. So a negative slope would look something like this, wouldn't it? All right, and if you think about it, I'm not going to draw the cool car again, but watch, from left to right, which way are you going? Let's say it was a ball. What would it do? It wouldn't roll up the hill from here. What would it do? It rolled down the hill. So what kind of slope is this? This is negative. Okay, a lot of talking. Let's listen now. If you read from left to right, don't you? So from left to right, which way are you going to go? You're going down the hill, okay? Now, if I read from right to left, you'd be going up the hill, but we don't read like that. So this is down the hill, so this is negative. Okay, you with me on that? Let's do another one. Oops. Oh, there we go. Watch this. What if I had a slope? Let's talk about skiing again. You wouldn't go anywhere, would you? So if you're standing here and you're skiing, again, excuse my, there's my skis, okay? Oh, no arms. There we go. All right, so watch. If you're going this way and you weren't pushed, okay, we've got to make some assumptions. We're not being pushed. You don't have rockets on your skis or anything like that. And you're just standing there. How many miles per hour are you going to go? You're going to go 0. This is 0 slope. So the slope is 0. Oops. Or I don't know what that is. All right, that's a 0. 0 slope. Listen, please. You're gonna encounter this stuff, and you're gonna need to know. This is a 0 slope. You would go 0 miles per hour. You with me? Yes. That's 0 slope. There's reasons for it. I'm not going to go through all the reasons right now. I don't think you care that much. Let's do another kind of slope. We had a horizontal. That was horizontal, 0 slope. What other kind of line could you have? A vertical. Okay. What if you had a line like this? Now watch very carefully. Now listen to me, please. Let's say, here you are. Whee! All right, and then there you go. Now look, I've been to some pretty decent ski slopes, not the biggest in the world, but I could guarantee 100%, you go to the biggest ski slope in the world, the most extreme skiing in the world, you will never, ever, ever see a slope like this that goes straight down. That is not a slope. Does this slope exist?
No.
You can't have enough black diamonds, okay, to describe this thing right here. There's no way. Now, this kind of this slope does not exist. It would not consider to be a slope. It's death, it's suicide, okay? But it's not a slope. So look, we say that this is what? No slope. That's different than 0 slope. Would you agree? 0 slope is completely different than no slope. This does not exist. Sometimes we say it's undefined. So when you see a vertical line, that has no slope. Don't say it's 0. You hear me? Don't say it's 0 because it's not. It's completely different. Okay, I told somebody at the bottom of the hill, guess what you'll be? You'll be undefined. They won't be able to tell who you are at the bottom of this thing, okay? Right? So you'll be undefined. This is not a slope. It does not exist. Let me do one more real quick. Watch. What if I gave you something like this? What if I gave you a point, 5, 2, and I gave you another one, negative 2, 1. I'm just making these numbers up. And I asked you to find the slope of these lines. Watch. What you would do, you could graph it and count if you wanted to. It's a lot easier. That's right. It's a lot easier to say what? y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2 and plug the numbers in. So what are my y's? The 2 and the 1. Just make sure that you subtract them in the same order. Listen, please, listen. Make sure you subtract them in the same order. 2 minus 1. Let's do it real quick. If the bell rings, you just hang on for a second. 2 minus 1, and then what's the x going to be? 5 minus what? Negative 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. 5 minus negative 2 is? No. Minus a negative is plus.
Negative 7.
It's 7. So it's positive 1/7. So did I need to graph it? You guys are listening, right? Okay. Listen to me. Look up here. Look up here. If I give you 2 points, you do not have to graph them. If you want to, I guess you could. I would not suggest that you graph them. I would just put them into the formula. Take the y's, subtract the y's, put them on top. Subtract the x's, put them on the bottom. It doesn't matter which order you subtract them, as long as you subtract the x's and the y's in the same order. I could go 2 minus 1, or I could go 1 minus 2. Watch. If I go 1 minus 2, what would I have to do with the x's? Negative 2 what? Minus 5. What is this? It's negative 1 over negative 7. What's negative over negative? Does it matter which order you subtract them? No, it doesn't. Okay? This is what I'm going to do. Hold up. Are you paying attention? I'm actually going to give you something from the book because I forgot to make up a worksheet. So it's page 191. I'm going to have you do 12 to 25. There it is. Okay, page 191, 12 to 25. It's in the book. No worksheet this time. Page 191, 12 to 25.